Hey girl, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Key. Today what we're going to be talking about is a update on my breast reduction. I had a breast reduction done last year around this time. If you want to go check that out so you have a little backstory of what I'm going to talk about today, you can go ahead and look for that. But today I'm going to be answering a few of you ladies' questions. If you do see me looking down, it's because I did take notes. So let's jump right into the video. So I was asked this question: did you have an anchor or a lollipop procedure, and did it leave a scar? So I had an anchor, and what an anchor is when they cut down and across. So I did have that done. I will say my left boob, I have a minimum of scarring, but you really can't tell that I had it done. This girl right here, this right boob right here, took me through hell, literally. I got an infection. I had to have a whole bunch of stuff done to make sure that I didn't get sick or ended up something like terrible happening after I got that infection. So this boob did not heal as well as this one. My motto is, like, if I can wear cute shirts like this or a bikini, which I'm going to show you guys a picture right here. I had wore the swimsuit on my cruise and the boobs were just sitting, baby. They just look so good. But my motto is, and I mean, nothing against the single ladies, like I have a husband, so it was just like whatever. And if you are dating and you know it's time to do that and he's grossed out by it, then he's a little boy and not a man, okay? So with that being said, I don't have any regrets as far as me getting the procedure and then this one not healing as well. This one is still pretty, I wouldn't say scarred up, but it did not heal as well as this one. So I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna try to take some pictures or even show you guys what I mean in the next clip, or I may be rolling a clip right now to show you what this boob looks like. Okay, and then another question I got was, how did I get improved through insurance? So how I got improved by insurance, I was having back problems, girl. I went to my primary doctor and she was saying, like, maybe we can look into a breast reduction and insurance will cover it if this is medical related. And since you are having that shoulder and back issues, let's get you scheduled with a surgeon. So I was recommended to a surgeon through my doctor. And I will tell you guys the steps of what they did with me. I had to go in for an appointment, a consultation. Now this consultation was very uncomfortable for me. The reason being, I had to go in, I had to take my clothes off, put on a gown that opened up in the front. There was a nurse that came in and then the surgeon himself that came in. They had to take pictures of me. Oh my God, like so cringe. So I had to open up the gown or whatever. They took pictures of me. So I had to turn this way, this way, this way. And I don't even know how many pictures I took, but I definitely took a hell of a lot of pictures. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so cringy. I don't want nobody having no pictures of my boobs. But they did explain to me that these pictures will not be posted on the internet. We just need this for your claim so we can send them off to the insurance or whoever is going to approve this. So they also did ask me, like, did I have back problems, shoulder problems, rashes? Do I have trouble sleeping? Was this causing me to be uncomfortable throughout my day? And honestly, yes. My boobs were, I would say I used to be a size 40D. They did get bigger after I had kids. I have 2 kids and they would just be heavy, girl. I didn't like the look of my nipples literally pointing to the ground. I did not like that. I get that a lot of women go through that and we go through things as we get older, but for me, I'm just like, I just used to be very grossed out. Like, no. I want to have surgery. These are too big. Everything I wear, they're poking out of my shirt. I can't wear a cute swimsuit. I can't wear a cute shirt. If I want to be a little sexy, you know what I mean? I can't walk around with no bra on and the girls be sitting because my nipples are pointing to the ground. Like, no. No, 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 no. So that was like one of my main reasons for getting it. It was the back problems. It was the shoulder problems. And it was also an aesthetic for me. I like to wear cute things. Like even with this shirt, right? See, like, I look crazy. Even with this shirt, last year, like around this time or before this time, there's no way the girls would have been out. Buttons would have been separating. Like if you are a big chested girl, you know what I mean. Like it would be hard for me to wear shirts like this and not have them like stretched out up here. That was so annoying. But anyways, girl, back on topic. That is how I got approved by my insurance. I was recommended through my doctor, surgeon, took pictures, asked me questions, sent everything off. I was approved. I will say that it did take me a while to get approved. I know I've seen some women where, excuse me, where it did not take them that long to get approved. It took me about 6 weeks to get approved. And when I did get approved, I was terrified because I'm like, do I really want to do this? This is a major surgery. I haven't had any major surgeries with me being put to sleep. Like even with a C-section, you're not put to sleep. So I was terrified. But then again, like I said, I'm very happy that I went through with my decision. And then the next thing, I want to say that my personal experience, I did go through a lot with getting a breast reduction. And what I mean by that is I was in a lot of pain after my surgery. Also, the anesthesia made me sick as sick. I was throwing up for, I want to say like 6 to 7 hours after my surgery. Girl, why did I start my period too? It was just so much. So maybe that has something to do with how much pain I was in as well because I was on my period. And yeah, it was a lot going on. I have no regrets though. If I could go back, I would do it all over again. Do you still have pain from any of your boobs? So yeah, from time to time. I won't say that it's like a painful sensation, but I don't know if y'all can relate to this, but I remember when I was a teenager, right? And I remember I wasn't even a teen yet. I think I was probably like 10 or 11 when I started to grow boobs. But you know, like the sensation of your boobs being achy from growing, that's how they feel sometimes. And I just figured that's from all the nerves and things coming back together. And they say that it takes 6 weeks to heal from a breast reduction. But honestly, my opinion, having a major surgery like that, you need to have grace with yourself. And if you don't heal in 6 weeks, it's okay. Like I said, it's almost been a year for me. I'm not in excruciating pain anymore. But from time to time, I do get like these sensation of like achy growing pains, if that makes sense. But it's not consistently. It comes and it goes. And I get regular mammograms now, which I will tell you guys about that at the end of this video, why I get regular mammograms now. But everything is okay. So nothing connected to those like growing achy pains that I do have sometimes. Do you have sensation in both of your nipples? Yes. Yes. Yes, girl. Like for me, the boobs, you know, I'm not even gonna get into all of that, but the sensation, I need that, okay? If you know what I mean. I need that, okay? So yeah. I have sensation in both of my nipples still. I would say they may be even a little bit more sensitive, but that's not a bad thing depending on what's going on, if you know what I mean. But Yeah, I do have sensation in both of my nipples. Right after my surgery, I had sensation in both of my nipples. So I am extremely grateful for that. I know a lot of women go through not having sensation in their nipples after they have a breast reduction. And girl, this is a risk. So it's all on the risk that you're willing to take. I was willing to take not having sensation in my nipples to have the boobs that I wanted, to be comfortable in my own body. But thankfully, like I said, sensation in both of them, girl. So yeah, I want to add this. I was not happy in the beginning when I got my breast done. The reason being is because my boobs looked so small. So take this as I don't want to say a warning, but just keep that in mind, because like with my surgeon, he told me, I can't tell you what size you're going to be, but I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you to where your boobs fit your body and not be like looking crazy. Like he was very thorough with that. I can't think from word from what he said, but he said he couldn't tell me what size. But anyways, after surgery, I looked down and I'm like, my boobs are so small. Like I did not want them to be that small. I'm like, did I make the right decision? Because like let's be real, as women, or as for me, I didn't want to be flat chested. I still wanted some little fluff. You know what I'm saying? I still wanted something up here. But after surgery, they did look small. But I want to say now, let's put this in context. I want to say now, I am in love with my boobs. I am in love with them. They finally dropped and they fluffed out. And to me, they look the same size, but the nips are just sitting up, and he did take some tissue out to give me some relief on my back. But like looking at them, y'all, I'm sorry. Let me show y'all. Like looking at them, that's another thing I want to talk about too, but looking at them, right? They're cute. Like, they're cute. What was I gonna say? So yeah, they did end up dropping and fluffing out. So I was extremely grateful for that, because in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little upset. Like, and I know what some of you guys are thinking, or maybe thinking like, girl, you got a breast reduction, no more pain. And I get that, but I'm a girl that likes to look good and feel confident in my body. But anyways, they did drop, they fluffed out. I love them. As far as like my bra size, I have no idea what size bra I wear. I never got measured after the procedure, which maybe I can go to like Victoria's Secret. I don't know if they still do that or not, where they can measure me, but I'm still wearing bras that I used to wear before I had a breast reduction. I know, weird, but they do fit. And honestly, I think I'm still around the same weight as I was before I had a breast reduction. I would recommend this, ladies. I would recommend losing weight. If I could go back and change anything, if you want to lose weight or you feel like you need to lose weight, I would lose weight before, because now my pooch looks bigger than ever. Yeah, getting a breast reduction really made my pooch look a lot bigger. It made my butt look bigger too, just because of how my body is portioned now. My boobs aren't just taking over my whole body anymore. Well, no, let me not say that. My boobs are not the main, you know what I'm saying, focal point no more. So with them being smaller, the pooch is there. And I do get a little self-conscious about that. And it's really no excuse, because I would be like, well, I had 2 kids, or I had a C-section. Like, girl, your daughter is about to be 5. Like, it's time to get it together. It's time to get it together and stop emotionally eating and just have a balance. And then just me being in tune with my body as well. I know like a lot of bloating and stuff like that runs in my family. I know there's a lot of women in my family, they do have the pooch. So it's me just figuring out what I can eat, what I can't eat, what sticks to me, and getting on a routine of working out. So yeah, girl, that's my advice as well. Get on your weight loss journey now and then go have the surgery. But for me, I'm like, let's do this right now because they gotta go. So y'all gonna be here with me on this weight loss journey, just on this journey of just being. So you'll see. And then maybe we can give each other advice on as far as like different workouts. How can I get rid of the pooch after I had 2 C-sections? Or if I'm just overweight, because let's be honest, I've been emotionally eating. It was the winter time. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got any suggestions for your girl? Leave them down in the comments for me. Also want to add that as far as how my boobs look, I did forget to add this part. I don't know if you guys know, or if you've had a breast reduction, you know what I'm talking about. If you're getting ready to have a breast reduction, then yeah, let's discuss. So with the breast reduction, what it did leave me kind of, which isn't that bad, it's not that bad at all, is pockets right here. Like where the boob is, like right here, it did leave a little pocket right here. Now when I had my mammogram, she told me that was dead fat. And I did see, I just recently saw a girlie on YouTube saying how you can get like steroid injections to straighten that out, but it could potentially leave a scar, blase. And for me, it's just, it's not that deep to me. I got them done. You can't see it under my shirt. I'm married. Even if I wasn't, like, this is my body. You're either going to accept me for me, whatever. So I do want to, like, tell you about that, girl. I do have, like, little pockets right here. But it's nothing, like, it's not too bad where I feel like I need to go back and get steroids. Now, if that is a choice that you would like to do, that is an option. And then I also wanted to add this also. Don't be afraid. Like, yeah, I was afraid and excited and nervous and all of that, girl. But with me going through that and me being on the other side of it now, I would say if you are a big chested girl and you're just tired of your boobs being just overly just jiggly and just uncomfortable, and you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, go talk to your doctor. Ask them like, okay, what can I do about this back pain? Now I will say for some women, you do have to do physical therapy first. Okay, for some women you do have to do physical therapy first, but for me, I was recommended physical therapy. I just didn't want to do this physical therapy because I'm like, this is something that I need done. I feel like I've stretched, I've worked out, I've had massages and things like that, and nothing would work. So at this point, like, I know that it's the boobs. They gotta go. So this is just motivation. Excuse me. This is just motivation to anyone that wants to get a breast reduction. Yes, it is scary. I know it's so scary to think about being put under. I'll even tell you guys a little backstory on that with me being put under. I remember the guy came in, the anesthesiologist came in, and he said, we're going to give you something that's going to make you feel like you drunk a nice glass of wine. So they did put that in my IV, and as I was on the way back to the surgery, I remember all of the lights, right? And that's all I remember. And then I remember waking up in recovery. So it's not that bad, and just do your own research. The likelihood of you dying or passing away from being under anesthesia is very, 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 very slim. The possibility of you dying or passing away from having a breast reduction is very, very slim. Now, for me, I researched all of this shit before I got it done because I'm just a person where I want to be real with myself. I want to know. Because let's be real, most of us have those type of thoughts go through our heads like, can this happen? What if this happens? Blah, 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 blah. And I feel like you should be up to date on that yourself. We all got to leave this earth one day. So I feel like death is nothing to be afraid of. But of course, we're not trying to die on the operation table. But just don't be afraid to ask yourself those tough questions and Google what you need to Google. And just have discernment on, is this BS or is this real? Like I would be on surgeons' pages just looking at, you know, complications and what's the percentage of people passing away and stuff like that. But girl, you got this. Like I said, the likelihood of something like that happening is very, 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 very slim. God is here covering you. Pray. And you'll be fine. I promise. Because I'm just one of those people where I am a scaredy cat. I am. I'm terrified. But I did it and I'm happy and you can do it too. Also, I am numb in some areas. I know that I probably will never get the sensation back where I'm numb at. And I would say that's more so like right here, like under the boob, I'm pretty numb where I was cut. And like right here, I'm kind of numb as well. And it's so weird because sometimes I'll itch right there and girl, I can't even scratch because I'm numb. It's just weird. That hasn't happened to me in a while, but that has happened to me. And if you have kids, if you have had a C-section, you know how that incision on your stomach is. That is how it feels. It's like a numb, very numb feeling, but it's nothing that bothers me. Nothing that bothers me at all. And I was also told this as well. If you do plan on having kids after your breast reduction, that can affect the way your boobs will look. Of course, you know, when you have kids, your boobs do grow from the milk and just weight and things like that. So if you do plan on having kids after a breast reduction, they will absolutely change. That's really something to think about. For me, I'm done having kids. And I feel like if something was to happen, I don't think that they would be like they were. You get what I'm saying? You feel my drip? I feel like they wouldn't be how they were, but that's just my opinion. But what they say or not they, what I've read as far as articles on having kids after breast reductions, you do end up growing your breasts bigger after you have kids, which we all know that. So that's just something to take in consideration. Do I want to have kids before, or do I want to have it and be done with having kids, or do I care what that does? It's all on your preference and what you choose to go with, but I just figured that I would tell you that. Also, this too, after my surgery, I did put ointment as far as like Vaseline. The nurse gave me different ointments and different, it's called tissue, but I don't know exactly what it's called. It's like the wound tissues to put inside my bra to catch all the drainage from the blood and the pus and stuff like that. I never use scar sheets. I heard scar sheets are really good. I actually just had a mammogram and she told me that scar sheets are really good for helping with scarring. So I am going to try that. And I also want to tell you guys about why I get mammograms now. I get mammograms because I was diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer I don't know the name of it. I'm going to see if I can find my papers to tell you guys exactly what the name of what the stage 0 is. Girl, is so crazy because before you have a breast reduction, you have to get a mammogram. And girl, these abnormal cells did not show up on my mammogram, and I didn't find out till after I had the surgery, which is so crazy. And it just shows you that God is so real, how the universe and God works in mysterious ways. Because if I would have never gotten this surgery, if I would have never pushed through fear, I wouldn't have never known that this was going on with me. But I was diagnosed with stage 0. It's not considered a cancer, but they do consider it stage 0 as being high risk for getting breast cancer in the future. So yeah, that was crazy. Sorry girl, I had to step away for a minute. I had a family emergency. But what I was talking about was I was diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer. It's not considered a cancer, but it is considered being high risk of getting breast cancer. And what it is called, I found my doctor summary. It's called a LCIS. If you want to, you can do more research on that. But I do know it is, from the best of my ability of knowing, it is abnormal tissue around the nipple area, and it did happen in the right breast where I told you guys I was having complications. But I do not have cancer. I just want to make that straight. But this is considered stage 0. So I just have to watch what I eat, be more active, no stressing, okay, and just taking care of myself. And like I said before, I'm so grateful that I had this procedure, because if I didn't go through with it, girl, if I didn't push through fear, I wouldn't have known about it. And shout out to all the breast cancer survivors. Shout out to all the women that didn't make it from breast cancer. Like, this is a serious thing. You want to make sure that you're getting your mammograms yearly, or however they tell you to. I think it's like a certain age we are supposed to get mammograms, which I feel like they should start that age sooner. But yeah, girl, my camera is about to die, so I'm just gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any more questions, leave them down in the comments. I love you guys so much, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like your girl's content. My name is Key, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.